So I just thought I'd do a quick video here about financial freedom and making money and passive incomes. I've been into this since 1998. First got into it through real estate, buying property in a small way. Currently got a few properties in London, sold some of the properties, but the ones we've still got are still generating a passive income, but mainly that's down to the current environment of low interest rates. So in the future, you know, if inflation goes up and interest rates are forced to go up, I don't know whether those will still be making passive income, whether they'll just be breaking even. But for the moment, you know, you've got to play the hand you were dealt. So we're playing that until such time as things change. And I think when things do change, then we're going to see a reduction in the price of property in the UK, and a lot of people forced to selling those properties. So that'll be a big opportunity for entrepreneurial types to snap up more investment property, because more people will be renting like they are now. I mean, the rental market's gone quite crazy in London at the moment. It's up maybe 20%, you know, the rents. So it swings and roundabouts. You know, landlords have had quite a bad time over the last, you know, probably 5 to 8 years, and now they're getting back some of that money they've lost over that time. But anyway, so I wanted to talk about, you know, what is the definition of financial freedom, and how do you get there? And I'm not saying I've got there. I mean, I'm by no means out of the woods yet, but over the last, you know, since 1998, I have built up a reasonable passive income, which means that businesses are sending me money, you know, 24/7, 365 days a year. Whether I go on holiday for a month or not, then the businesses that I've set up keep sending, you know, money into my account. So although I don't go on holiday for a month, you know, I work probably 12, 14 hours a day sitting at the computer trying to manage my businesses and get them to perform better, and cutting out the rubbish that doesn't make money. So if you're thinking of going down this road, if you're thinking that looking for job security for life and saving up and, you know, putting your money in a pension, whatever you don't think that's necessarily going to guarantee you a comfortable second half of your life, then, you know, I will tell you what the sort of things I've done, the books I've read, and if you have that desire to go down the path, then be my guest to watch the videos and follow it. Probably the first book, I don't know which order you should read these in, but maybe, you know, this is definitely one which I would recommend. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. That book was written, I think, about 60 years ago or more. It was before the internet age, and the advice is just as good now as it was then. It's all about your mindset and your goals that you've set for yourself, and that desire within yourself. Having made a decision to go for financial freedom, or for whatever your goals are, to keep that white hot desire burning and programming your subconscious mind to help you do it. I'm not going to try and do a review of the book here, but, you know, what have you got to lose? You can buy that book for about £4 or £5 on Amazon or eBay, or just get a second-hand copy. You know, if it doesn't appeal to you, then maybe this isn't the right route for you to go down, and it's just personal choices at the end of the day. Another one, probably heard of this one, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. That came out in about 2002, I think. Very simple style, common sense, just deals in facts. Whether you believe the Rich Dad stuff is fiction or not, you know, a lot of people say it's just made up, but it doesn't matter, because the principles he talks about are the key to it. What the rich do with their money, how they get money to work for them rather than paying taxes. You know, they employ that money to make them more money, and they invest, and within corporations. So the more you invest, the more your cash flow goes up, but the less tax you pay. You can, you know, with your accountant, you're incorporated in business. You have ways of that people on pay-as-you-earn, or whatever you call it in America, don't have, of not paying tax. You're not avoiding tax, you're not evading tax. You're just mitigating, reducing your tax bill, and you're helping the economy at the same time, because the chances are, either directly or indirectly, you're employing other people. So this is my strategy: is not to be on pay-as-you-earn, but to earn your money in cash flow and reinvest that money to create more money for you in a virtuous circle. Third book I'd recommend is called The 4-Hour Work Week by Timothy Ferriss. That's out in its 2nd or 3rd edition now, I think. Again, you can probably pick that up for 10 or 12 quid online on Amazon. Not much to lose, but the amount of information there is just staggering. And he even gives you blueprints of how to set up your business, and some ideas of the sort of things you could do. But that doesn't mean you've got to do those. I mean, this is all about finding what your passion is and what you want to do and how you want to make money. No one's going to be able to tell you that, because you've got to be interested in some way. You've got to enjoy what it is you're doing. My personal strategy was to, first, with real estate, that was my first way of building up a passive income. But real estate is a very slow way of doing it. So you might be better to make money another way and then invest part of the money in real estate, so that your property is hopefully getting some capital growth, but at least it'll be storing your wealth to a certain extent, or hopefully it will, if we don't get a massive further property crash in the next few years. Personally, I'm not buying more real estate now. I don't think real estate is going to go up anytime soon in value. So unless you get really good cheap deals and you're really focused on working out how to get those deals, if you want to become a property professional, then you can get below market value properties, and that could be a way to go. But personally, my way of doing it is to make money online and either reinvest that money online or invest in things like precious metals and commodity stocks, mining, oil, soybeans, whatever, commodities, real things that people need to live. Because, I think there's big problems coming, economic problems coming, and you want to position yourself in such a way that you are not going to be on the breadline if you lose your job or whatever. So this is the kind of thing. See, online business is something you can set up while you're working in your job, in your spare time. Evenings and weekends you can learn about it, and you can start doing stuff. I mean, the key to this whole thing is to take action. You can read all the forums you want, all the books you want, get all the knowledge. Knowledge isn't power, it's knowledge plus action that's power. So that's what I do. Take action is the key. One of the most recent books I read was Gold and Silver Investing by Michael Maloney. He's part of the Rich Dad set of advisors. Although he's his own man, he's not employed by the Rich Dad group or anything like that, I don't think. So he's got his passion is investing in gold and silver, particularly silver. I got that book about 2 weeks ago, and I've now owned a certain amount of kilograms of silver, which are stored in a vault in London, physical silver. So that's another thing I can talk about later. But my current feeling is that the value of pounds, sterling, and euros is going down. With inflation running at 8-10% or whatever, the real inflation figures, things are going up. In a few years, that means your pounds have halved. But I don't think silver and gold will have halved in that time, in terms of the amount of stuff they can buy. But anyway, that's another story. So if you're interested in this whole sort of passive income, financial freedom thing, then I'll do some more videos on it later. But I think, firstly, I'd recommend that you read those books and just have a think about what sort of things you'd like to do, what sort of business you'd like to start. The reason I recommend making money online is because it's easy to start. You need very little money. I mean, when I started, I didn't have any initial investment. I think I started up an AdWords account on Google AdWords when it was possible, when it was easy to do. It's not so easy now because Google doesn't like affiliates much, and I know it's still possible to do, but it's much more difficult to send traffic to affiliate programs and rake in a commission that way. So you have to find other ways of doing it. But literally, I started. I think I'd spent £10 on AdWords, and I made a couple of £30 commissions. My first commission was £5. That was for Expedia on Trade Dublin Network. And then I made, at the time, there was a lot of car finance programs. So I was bidding on keywords on Google and getting £30 a sale. And I had a couple of those £30 sales, and I thought, this is fantastic. You know, this is the way to go. And that's what I've been doing ever since, is working out ways to make money online and just grow it and reinvest some of the money online and reinvest, you know, money offline, so that you've got you know, some sort of diversification. So you're not, you know, if the unlikely event the internet went to pot, then you know you've got some other resources. So if you're interested, then I'll definitely make some more videos and put some more videos up later on. I'm not here to convince you to go down this route, because if you're happy with pay as you earn, you know, even if you've got a £100,000 job, how much you get after the Chancellor's, you know, had his portion. I mean, you don't even see it. Your money is deducted at source, so you never even see it. So you're on 100 grand a year. You're not. You're on 50 or 60 grand a year. There's nothing you can do about it. If you've set up a business, you've incorporated, you're the master of that money. You might reinvest that money in some equipment or something else. You don't pay tax on that money. You reinvest it. You know, you buy a new laptop. Say you want a top-end laptop. You want to spend 3 grand on a laptop. You buy that through your corporation. That's written off over 3 to 5 years. So that's against corporation tax, and you don't pay any VAT. You claim the VAT back. You get a VAT number. How good is that? You know, everyone else who's got a job has to go and pay the full price and the VAT, and they can never reclaim that money. You know, if you've got a business, every business can legitimately buy a laptop to run that business, and any equipment, printers, screens, phones, whatever you need, it can all be bought through the company. Anyway, I'm digressing now. So I'll see you soon when I put the next video up.